I was just reading in the Agni Yoga material this morning about a world where that even hierarchy can't land on that world because it's so incredible. And while they're human beings there, they fly. And they said the sky was so blue, and it was the fields were so beautiful and green. But even our hierarchy can't land there because it's of such a high vibration.
Well, what is vibration?
Well,
You really
why
must
ask
understand.
me?
No. No, it is a very interesting question. What is vibration? Because I looked into it.
So you, because what?
Because I looked into it.
Okay.
I looked into what is vibration. Vibration is when it moves. When you take a string, tongue, it sounds, etc. But the whole thing is moving up and down. Let me just get rid of it in my head. There are notes. Okay. Do you know that our basic? Wait, where is that? Where is your chart?
It's right there.
Oh yeah, thanks. Oh my God. Yeah, this is. Yeah, you don't need that. No? You can do that. The movement is the one that creates what we call vibration, right? Because it has frequency. What does frequency mean? That so many vibrations per second, or some measure like a unit. Okay? It is because it is up and down position. Only when you have these two positions going up and down, there is a vibration between them. Right? Okay. By the way, these vibrations are the ones that are measured, and then the frequencies that are measured. And these frequencies are at one place, it is some frequency, and if you go far enough, it becomes twice as much, right? Lower C, upper C, and then twice more and twice more. Okay. Now, these are not, if we go exactly half, it has some sound, etc., etc. So that is what it is. I will try to explain. From here, let us say this is going at certain frequency, and then if you go like that, at the next level, this is going at certain other frequency. I'm talking about piano. Okay, one C and the next C. So it is twice as much frequency. So if we say this is the frequency, if I go step by step, linearly, it does not increase with the same amount. It increases differently. What it does is, though, proportionately it increases. That's called geometric progression.
What's called what?
Geometric progression.
Oh, okay.
Geometric progression is, if this is 1, 2, it takes the same amount of distance to become 4. Geometrically. Because it becomes this one and half of it and half of it and half of it. It makes the next piece. Right? So this is the geometric progression. You see C1, C2, C3, C4 and so on. So this is twice. Okay. So now to make it half, it becomes half. At half, strangely enough, somewhere here, at the half, the note C1 and 1.5, it takes a certain distance. It is the same distance, like proportionately it takes. So it takes certain number of notes to make it come here, and it takes the same number of notes again to become twice. The proportion increases as you make it next half. Okay? I'm trying my best. I know how to do it. So every half, the note changes. So if you want to know how much distance does it take if you take 12 times to multiply that, it becomes.
Down, Gopi.
Huh?
Why don't you put this out? That way you can write instead of trying to make a mess of the corners. You can read your scribble
Thank you.
instructions.
Okay, let me try. If you take a string, right, it takes approximately here for this note to be between this and this, and twice to come here. Okay, what it is this. If you take twelve, 1/12 of the place here, this becomes the next note. The difference between here the sound and here is the same. The difference, the proportion between this sound and this sound and this sound and this sound is same in this sector. If you call this the distance as say some x distance, it takes 12 times to make it twice. So it is called, if you take that frequency, it takes 12th root of 2 is the difference between first and second. So if you know this change, if you multiply it twice, 12 times, it becomes 2. Okay, I did that. So it is something number, some number to the power of 12 is 2. Strangely enough, if you take and take this factor, this x, to the power of 8, it becomes 1.5. There's a reason why I brought it up. If you take, it takes 12 notes to make it double, it takes 8 notes to make it 1.5, okay? But the basic notes are only 7. That's why it is octave. Only when you add this top 5, it becomes 12. The relation between this 7 and 12 is called the 12th root of 2. This is the basic number that goes in the piano.
So is that the difference between a flat and a sharp note?
Right. Precisely. Or even a next note, any note.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas, if you take just normal things, you got only 7 notes.
Mm-hmm.
The same 7 and 12 is universal factor. You take any other physical significance. That's our system.
What are those numbers again?
The 12th root of 2. See,
No, the last sentence you said.
Oh, okay. Last sentence, what do you think? The same phenomena happens in the planets, 7 planets and 12 planets, 12 houses, whatever you call
Oh,
it.
so you said the numbers were 7 and 12, not 3? 7 and 12?
No, 3 is also there because of the major and minor, that kind of thing. But 3 is a very interesting number. But our solar system is 7 and 12.
7, yeah, okay, all right.
That you can understand from music directly. Because you are right in front
you
of it.
can.
Well, okay. Where was I going with this? Very quickly, if I'm trying to do this. That is why we have these 7 planes.
You won't stay there.
Huh?
You won't
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
on the chair.
That's why we have the 7 planes. Okay. Now, you have to work it on yourselves. Can you make it 12? That is, nobody has worked on it that I know of, but I think one can start looking into it. How does it become 12?
Well, because this is the cosmic physical plane, then we have the cosmic astral plane.
No, I think probably there's some subplanes. For example, on the keyboard, see, we got the 7 whole notes, but then when you add in the black notes on the keyboard, that's a considered a half-step musically, and it actually is a half-step, like instead of So there's half steps between each of the subplanes. There's subplanes.
If you work on it, you'll
Yeah.
start seeing it.
And so, and yeah, if we were really tuned into each level, we would perceive them, those half steps. And that's what we're working toward, is to become, as a cultist, working to be more knowledgeable about those things. I mean, as white magicians, we need to know these things. We're a ways from that, but it's something to consider. We have about 10 minutes left, and I was wondering if you could get into the relevance of theosophy today.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Okay, great.
2 minutes.
You cannot,
2?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
It's
take
2 till
10.
you
4.
Where's your
cannot,
clock?
I don't know what Neela did with it.
Oh, I just put it there.
you can be more precise than
But,
that.
I just put it there because I was going to hang it up after.
Now, if you see that, I only brought up this huge amount of data and whatnot, how, and then now we're going to come to the third variety, which is media, cyclical, and now is the third.
now. Right.
Anybody that has gone to the
Totally.
effectors course knows something about what I'm saying, but it's a lot easier the way I'm going to explain. Again, I was talking about the perception. Perception is the law that we have to work with. To see, you need an eye to see, but the eye doesn't see. You get that? I cannot see. I am needed to see through my eye what is there. Very interesting. Ears cannot hear. I can hear through the ear. Okay? So this is what it is. What is now? Well, we know the past doesn't exist, right? We cannot see the past. The future is a dream. So what we have is the present. I question that. What do I mean? Questioning present. Well, I know you are here, I'm here, I'm talking, and so on and so forth. But everything that I know is only through my perception. Because I see, I can see it. And I already proved to you that for some stars, when I see them, the stars are burned away, I think they are there. Obviously, that's not true, right? They are not there. You can never see me as I am without the delay.
Without a delay.
Delay.
Yes. Because by the time you perceive, that portion of the thing is done. Right? By the time you perceive, I am not that anymore. So, even the present is highly questionable. Right? The present is highly questionable. That takes a lot of nerve to see that. Huh?
Meaning if it exists?
No, do I exist as you know I am? Probably not. Because by the time you perceive me, I am gone from the stage to something else. So you can never see me as I am. Terrible. You can never see me as I am. So present is not the truth. Then what is the truth? Now. You know that I exist. I know that I exist. I know there is something existence. I may not be able to understand it correctly, but that existence is there. So that's what is called now. Okay? So what is not true is the interpretation of what I think I'm seeing. Everything that's in the mind, that's what I started along with right in the beginning. It's only merely a story. Not merely, but it's a good story. It's a story of a story. But this is all we have. But do I have to live with the story? Something for you to take a look at yourself, for me to take a look at myself. Gita says no. Bhagavad Gita says no. It takes something else different. Who is this watching? Who is this seeing? If my eye is not seeing, if my mind is not seeing, which of course the brain is not just a physical thing, but a mental mechanism, So it is not the mechanism that sees this, but seeing is happening. Who is the seer? If you go to Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, discussing. There you go. And so,
Your heart, not the physical heart.
physical thing, not mental thing, all these levels that they talk about here,
Finally, friend.
so you know that there are many levels, including all the way to monadic level. It's still a level of comprehension and comprehension only. So is it possible for me to know truly what is going on?
Truly what is.
Truly know what is going on? That's what Theosophy pushes you to do. Very strangely enough, Theosophy is a very strange subject. That is why when you go there, it's highly thrilling.
Highly what?
Thrilling, very thrilling.
When
Very-
you go
When you
there.
go through these steps and start taking a look at the story, that is not the story, that's not the story. What is the real thing is very thrilling to look into that.
Really, okay.
And Bhagavad Gita helps you, Tole helps you to do that. Take a look at that. All these teachers, masters, they try to show the direction that way. Okay. And that is the lesson.
The thing here where you're talking about Tully, no problems in the now, only in the past or future. I'm not getting it.
That's what he said in the movie, right? In the
Oh, well,
movie
she
of
just,
children.
I mean, that's what, yeah, that's totally, being in the
Right,
now.
it's been a while since I've read him, so.
You should come to our group.
I know.
Shame on you, right?
So,
But why, how can you work on a problem if it's not in the now? I don't
They-
know.
Oh, you can, but that's
No, no,
that's
no.
a class.
Okay, all
the
right.
thing is this, is that a problem? Only when it becomes a problem, how can you work on a problem? Who is working on the problem? What is the problem? Who is the one that is working on the problem? But you got to take a look at that.
You need to stop. It's 4 o'clock.